Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of In Hindsight. If you're new to In Hindsight, this is basically the series where I go back and rewatch my SPL games and I'll try and explain to you why I did these things, and I will look and see if I did any mistakes, how could I improve, and just try and learn, you know, if anything. So this game we're playing Fafnir, Artemis, we're against Amaterasu and Rama. So we're gonna get super out pressured in duo. So I'll play right here probably just this to go and do a purple buff. I think what you should see is that I should try and block off the Rama, and Emilito should try and get the purple buff, and then I'll rotate in. So I decided to go for Guardian's Blessing and Shell. And I'm gonna get my health chalice and 4 health pots just so I can actually sustain through their poke, and more than anything also just I want the health chalice for the late game, right? Shell mainly just because they have like, if I don't think sprint is going to be too useful, at least in the 3v3, like in the start. Obviously going to be good against a god like Baron and that kind of stuff, but Shell is really going to do a lot more against the Rama snipes, the Rana damage and so on. So you see us trying to poke out right here. You could see I was checking for proxies before. So I'm just going to stand here, we're going to go into purple, run at 33 seconds, and then we're going to try and do purple in time here. So see if we can barely get it here. So we're gonna get the purple buff. We're gonna get the sides of it as well. We're gonna lose like 2 minutes in tower, which is really unfortunate, but you know, we're gonna lose a red buff as well, but it could have been a lot worse. Obviously this is what happens when you're against high pressure comps. You don't really get to like do too much. We're gonna go ahead and push in the wave, and what you're gonna see Dig rotate in and do probably they're gonna do their own purple buff right here, and then they'll run back into the lane after that. So this is a pretty standard start when you get out pressured by the dual lane. So what we're gonna respond to this is we're actually gonna go mid here and try and see if we can get a gank off, because we know they're gonna be on the mid camp. So this is the classic gank you can do, but sadly we won't be able to get there in time, and they might actually have gotten that mid camp. So instead we're gonna go ahead and do oracles. We know that thing is a bit of trouble there, but it's gonna steal 1 million, jump on out of there, and then we're gonna get the oracles for ourselves. So we're not too far behind right now. We probably lost a few minions. We maybe lost like what, 3 melee minions in total, and they have like gotten a red buff and a purple buff, whereas we got oracles and a purple buff ourselves. So we're a bit behind definitely, but it could have been a lot worse. They could have stolen a purple buff. We could have not been allowed to go to the oracles and farm that. We could have gotten zoned. So definitely not too bad of a start here in duo. And I think the reason why here you see me go for so many potions is because you probably want to try and see if we can defend the second purple buff respawn. If I go for this many potions, that's just because I'm gonna be willing to take some poke that like I wouldn't be willing to take if this wasn't the case. So swap back over here, you can see I go for my 3. Not much to do. I'm gonna start fast forwarding a bit more because this is some long games and I don't want you guys to watch this for like 40 minutes. So right here we're just chilling. I blocked the basic type off. They go really hard on Emily, so I'm gonna use my shell. He actually uses a beat. And right here I'm just really trying to get in front of Emil. I'm like, Emil, run. Just watch out, man. Off that aggression right there, they're gonna be able to probably invade our pink buff. Adapting definitely has to focus on getting Maniac his blue buff in this matchup. So they're probably gonna go ahead and try and push the next wave in and invade our pearl buff. You can see Amaterasu is already kinda semi going in right there. Looks like Morgan's gonna go for the mid camp. We're just doing more coasting. And we're actually gonna go for the purple buff ourselves here. You saw me need to walk all the way around to grab it, and we're gonna try and see if we can get it here and get out. So we're actually gonna get the purple buff. This is a pretty big win for us. We won't really lose too many minions. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna grab the wave. So we can lose a melee and a archer's worth of gold, but it's not too bad. And right here we're gonna zone. Okay, so what we're doing right here is we're just keeping the wave here because it's a bigger wave for them that just is there. They're gonna lose a few melee minions. You see Rama instantly goes to farm the red buff, and Amaterasu goes to soak the wave, which definitely is the right thing to do by them. And we're just denying them a few creeps here as well, which is probably the best case scenario for us right now. You're gonna see me back around like 1600 gold, something like that. I'm probably gonna want to back when I get my Guardian's Blessing stacked, and I have that in around like one wave in a bit. So right here I'm just boxing Amaterasu a bit because I don't really want her to get the XP and the gold for free, but she's gonna get that. Although Rama does lose a full wave for it, he gets the soul farm the red buff, so it works out pretty evenly. Overall, I don't think the start of the game has been too bad for us at all. I'm gonna try and stop Trix Tank's back right here, just kind of be a douche to him. Emilito is gonna stop his back now, and then this time around we're like, okay, Tricks, you know, if you want, you can back. He actually swaps his stand there. I don't know if that's an accident, but we don't really want to get baited, so we're just chilling, we're coasting. But again, sorry, my spectator actually crashed, so just had to do a little beef swap over there. But we're back now, and more coasting. We didn't want to get baited by tricks that really like backing, so we'll just stay. Again, I think if more than anything right now, we're just staying here with Sony the Rama, but actually this is pretty good for us because I'm rusting around. I'm gonna get my full Guardian's blessing of this wave. So will tricks, he gets it right there, and it's definitely not too bad of a laning phase at all. Like, we haven't really lost anything but a red buff. Of course we're a bit behind, but that's kind of how it's meant to go when you're playing against such a high pressure lane. EmilZy actually gets a really good ult off right here, and he forces Amaterasu to ult. And also what this does is that it makes it so they can't really invade, because now they're pretty poked out and we'll probably be able to kill them. So really smart by Emil to ult right there. It's gonna create a lot of pressure for us at the very least. Oh, this is weird. It's like, it's set full screen, but it's definitely not in full screen. There we go. I'm sorry about that, just because I had to restart the game. I'm a bit out of it. But we're back farming pearl, but we're really overstaying right here. I assume what we're gonna do right now is we're probably gonna back buy cooldown boots. We don't really need the CCR, the tankiness from tank boots, especially on a guard like Fafnir, where you have your natural tankiness from your passive. You don't really need it. I'm gonna go ahead and go and look into buying thieves, and then I'll get a ward. It seems I could just barely afford that. So I got my Thieves one, and I got my ward, and I got my cooldown boons. I still think it's worth it, like getting one less ward for getting Thieves, because that's still 100 extra health, and that's quite a bit, and that can make you survive. So definitely the same. You see Tricks is kind of doing the same thing, although he just goes through reinforced boots. More and more and more coasting around mid. Like the goal right here, the objective should just be to try and maintain mid camp control, because I actually do think we can fight here in the 3v3 scenario in mid. We have quite a strong fight with backhand rage, and so do they though, but if we manage to go on the Morgan, we should be able to win the fight fairly easily if he's forced to hold out more than anything. So speed up a bit right here until the death mid camp spawns. I'm not sure if we have a time on it, so right now I'm just gonna go up here and gonna ward gold just to make sure that. Actually, no, I'm gonna ward for EmilZy, right? So I want to make sure EmilZy is safe. He's getting zoned here. See where I must rush a ward, ping it out to my team. Just, what's up, boys? There a ward here. Just make sure that everyone knows. Yaman actually dewards right here, and that barely doesn't cover Morgan's ward. I actually want to see this. This is super unfortunate. Oh, you can't click on wards anymore, I guess. Rip. So, pretty good ward by him, actually. I'm level 7 now. I'm catching up quite a bit in farm. All the game is like, they got the early lead and they kind of just keep having it. It's not really getting extended too much. You see the XP going back and forward, but that's more zoning and like effective clearing of buffs more than anything. You'll see it go back down a bit. So they're getting a small lead, but that's to be expected. We definitely believe we have a really strong early game, but if you can hit that in a game timer, we definitely want to do that as well. Because I think we're quite strong when the Maniac can start rotating over. We can definitely smack the Baron, Sobing and Fafnir too. We have to do very well into Barons. I'm gonna try and get the North right here. Stun out Amaterasu. We traded 1 for 1 right there. Actually, Amaterasu is gonna dash in right here. He's gonna ult demo. So EmilZy gets stolen by Ravana. He just completely dies. We weren't ready to respond right there, so that's 3 ults like used on Emil. We weren't in a position, we didn't have the ward vision right there to know that was gonna be coming. We go on the Morgan and mid right there, we force the beat, we force ult. I'm ready to ult in, but I use my ult. You're probably just gonna see me de-transform. I hear Ravana on red buff, but I'm not really gonna jump in, no reason to do that. Just jump over right here. Oh yeah, this is, so I'm gonna stay in my ult form right here, because I realize if I want to save the tower, I have to jump over and try and get this done. So you're gonna see me jump over right here, and then I'm gonna stun. Bam. Get this done in the RAM. Not really anything happening. They're not gonna use the tower. I'm gonna save it. It's looking good. Gold wise, I'm gonna try and stop Amaterasu here actually. So I'm just gonna use my leap there just to be a bit annoying. Again, stopping his back kind of screws up like what he wants to do. We stop the RAM right here as well. Get a pretty good trap by me too. Maniac actually gets a kill on righty there with the adapting, so it's pretty alright. Besides the fact that they got the first blood, you can see that it kind of goes back down to the same old spike right here. Probably also because Baron 70 will lose a wave to tower here because he just TP'd back, so it should be pretty good for us. Now we might just zone here and do, I'm not quite sure. You see Amaterasu backing there, almost stop her, don't get it off. If I actually hit that hammer, that could have been really good because Rama was alone. So kind of a missed opportunity definitely, but we'll see. I'm gonna be waiting for 300 gold here so I can just buy my full feet on the back. So there's just gonna be some farming right here. Gonna try and contest the mid camps now, so post rotate over. However Morgan got them, we're gonna farm red off. Nothing too interesting happening other than me just trying to get enough gold for my thieves. And right here why I'm staying is because I need to buy essential water and I need like 1900 gold for that. So you're gonna see me just backing behind the tower so they don't know the fact that I backed. And we're gonna rotate out. Actually, we have an earlier thieves than Amaterasu because we gotta get a bit greedy for it. But if we can really get this thief stacked up right now, we're in a really good spot to fight in the mid game. I'm gonna be super tanky. Right now, obviously, I'm super squishy and I actually do think I get picked off here. I'm gonna start dewarding and I don't hear the Morgan at all and I'm just gonna get annihilated. They're gonna get the pick off, they're gonna go and do gold. So I mean, I think that's obviously a pretty big mistake. I did not hear the Morgan. I was not aware that she was going to be coming as well. They used the Amaterasu side pretty well, and I just got completely blown up. But they're going to get the gold free, pretty much free. Stepping wasn't around. Main exploitation came in a bit too late, so they get the gold there. It's really rough for me, especially if I had anything else in Thieves. I probably would survive them, but just because they get the right timing at the right time, they managed to kill us, and it's pretty disappointing for me. I'm just going to run back out of base one more time. Really trying to get my thief stacks up, so definitely a big misplay by me running in there. Like, I mean, I guess like the thing is like the ward is there, but more than anything, we should expect that it's a bait because we have no eyes on anyone on the map. We don't see the Rama, we don't see the Morgan, so yeah. I also tried to go for the stun, but I didn't even get the ability off because I got silenced. So it's just shit more than anything. And now when I deward again, that deward actually expired, so a bit of a bad sequence of plays. But I assume the next few minutes is literally just... So right now, like, nothing is really going to be happening. Like, there's nothing really to contest unless Dignitas wants to invade buffs. Or unless there's going to be a fight around Portal Demon, right? So, like, goal is not up, so there's not really a reason to fight. So you're just going to see us chilling here until the next objective, really. We see Amaterasu go into a jungle, so you're playing a bit careful right here. There's no real reason to fight. We're stacking up our Phoebes, so is Amy. We're getting quite comfortable. When you get around that like 30, 40 stacks on Thieves, you're gonna start feeling a lot more tanky, and of course when you get 50 it feels really, really good. So we're getting tanky, we're getting there. We definitely won't die to a Morgan like that again. Also really unfortunate Rama was there. He did quite a bit of damage as well. So that's just the burst that we need to be afraid of, obviously. And then again, like, they have such a good team for like doing objectives as well with Amaterasu. She's very, very good at like just doing those kind of objectives. Because of the damage aura, right, and the passive that's going to apply to Goldberry and her teammates around her. So, warding up right here, you can see we're trying to get the mid camps. We realize we're going to lose the mid camps right here. We're not really in a position to fight. They have level 12 relics on us that we don't have, so we really want to wait for those. You can see Yamin probably also wants to wait until he gets it because of that before we start fighting. I'm getting quite in a comfortable spot now with the 40 stacks. Forward a bit right here. I'm just following Amaterasu around. We actually managed to invade that blue buff, it seems. Adapting managed to invade that. Not sure if Ravana just got it. One thing that's kind of screwed up for us right here is that EmilZy is actually getting really far behind because the Rama is zoning. So one thing we should really look to do is try and help EmilZy out with some wards in the dueling, because he's just sitting there kind of getting zoned. It's pretty sad for him. Shouldn't even be leeching the buff. I'm not going to leech it, but I'm going to go and pick it up. Never mind, I probably should have picked that up. Gonna try and hit level 12 here so you can get out level 12 relic. Their next objective right now is probably to get the mid camps, and then they want to try and go Gold Fury if time that spawns. I'm gonna be in a pretty good spot with the full Thieves and my second defense item, which probably should just be soft here. I could go super selfish and go for like a spirit robe if I wanted to. I actually get Morgan's in this here right here, and then I'm gonna look for a fight. Sadly, I missed the hammer off it, which is definitely a bad play. The reason why I insta-ult right there is because if I actually manage to land the hammer and we get a beat, I can follow up and we might actually be able to kill her. So I'd rather just take a chance. Forgot the Ravana in mid, sadly no one is around to follow up. Yamin wasn't really ready for that. Rama rotates in right here, see Baron is starting to rotate over. They're starting to look for this gold, that's starting to set it up. I really need that back ASAP right here so I can get my last back in before gold spawns. See, Ram is playing super aggressively. They're really in our jungle right now looking for stuff, and I am actually I'm gonna go for Is that gonna be an only actually no, that's not me. That's me. I was looking at Amaterasu's items. I'm getting a Spirit Robe right here. I just want selfish tankiness so I can be frontlining, which I can't really be doing if I don't have that. At least that's how I feel like. So it's gonna help me out quite a bit against Baron as well. Gonna help me out against the Morgan Initiate. Just make sure I don't take the amount of poke that I really get the mitigation of. I'm gonna go sprint just because again, shell and sprint kind of a necessity. So we're gonna grab that. They have like the Baron, like you kind of want to sprint against him. Obviously like Ravana slows. You have Arkle and stuff. They actually don't have too many slows. Maybe sprint. I just think sprint is always good, especially when you get to upgrade it with Bakasura. And well, he's gonna have. Maybe sprint wasn't the right choice. I don't know. I still think it's alright. You're gonna be able to like just. It's just movement speed more than anything as well, right? And the passive when you actually upgrade it, that's gonna do wonders for someone like EmilZy as well. So realize gold is gonna be a threat right here, so we're just posturing up around it, making sure that they can't really go for it. Well, they can, but we'll at least be aware when they go for it. So that's a lot of things you see me do. So I'm just kind of being a human ward right here. You just see me go play around gold. Right here, I actually see that Rama's like hitting for 89. So I'm like, okay, guys, Rama's hitting me for 89. Like, I'll be fine in this fight. I won't be getting blown up. Oracle spawning right here, pretty important to try and get these, but you can't really get them. Trix blocks the hammer, just like he's supposed to, and yeah, I mean they're playing pretty well. The lead is kind of staying the same. We are winning a bit in on experience, it seems, but again, I'm just being this human ward for like 3 minutes, just making sure that it won't start it, and it's kind of all I gotta do, you know. I'm just running back and forth in the same place. They're waiting for the opportunity to go for it. They're probably waiting for some spike or like some variety to rotate over. Or maybe they're waiting for Arkle to get an item or something, you never know. So I actually catch Morgan's stealth right here. I hit the hammer on Ravana. Bakasura is gonna go on the Morgan. Morgan is actually gonna die here. So we get the pick, which is super important. Again, I caught Morgan with my free. So Ravana is just gonna beeline down, and Yam's gonna manage to get out, and we just take the pick for now. We see Rama is actually starting gold right here. Oh, not yet. We see them running towards gold, so we kind of like stepping and run it, and he runs to check, but not on it. You see Baron playing up, and now they're going towards him too. And he's definitely gonna be trouble right here. He's gonna have Ravana blinking in. There we go. And that's just that EmilZy didn't really get the best takers off, and he's getting absolutely dived. I'm gonna jump in here. So see Ravana is gonna ult here. I'm gonna jump in on Ram. I stunned the Ram right here. Remember, he's no ult. Probably the play right here is to try and turn around on like Amaterasu or Ram. So Ram gets a really good beats off right there. I'm looking to jump out. I'm gonna take the Baron Sam. The ult is definitely good. I'm just kind of looking right here. I'm looking at Ram right here more than anything. Missed my free. Definitely really bad by me. Look right here at the Amaterasu, trying to see if we can go her up, get in front. She's gonna take quite a bit of poke, but she should be able to dash on out of there. Yeah, she's barely gonna escape there. So I mean, this wasn't too bad. We traded 2 for 1. They're not gonna be able to get anything. But see on the gold and the XP definitely helped us to get those kills. So we're just gonna be relaxing around gold right now, try and see and make sure that they don't rush it after that whole fight. I'm stacking up quite a bit of gold here. Like I definitely want that back right now. I got enough to finish my speed row. I got enough to and I got enough to get like a tier 1 of any item. One thing that's really scary in this part right here, where I have to stay and just watch gold because we have so staggered backs, is that that Paul Demon is definitely also an opportunity for them. So I'm actually going to lose a full mid wave right there, because we see they start goal, and this is just my job, right? I just have to go in. This is like pretty bad by me, because I try and go for the steal on gold right here, which is not something I should do, because this opens up Paul Demon for them. What I should have done, if I want to go for the steal there more than anything, I should disarm the Rama, and then I should try and stun out the Morgan and try and let my team steal it. Instead I try and steal it with the free, which definitely isn't the play. Sure, if it happens, it happens, but you know, they're gonna take advantage here and they're gonna push down mid. They're gonna get the mid tower, and you see the gold swings quite in their favor. So definitely not the best games for me at all. I've made 2 really big mistakes that gave them well, they would have gotten the second gold free no matter what, I think. But they're gonna get the Pyromancer and the tower off it. So I gave them gold free, Pyromancer, and tower. So definitely not looking too hot for me right now. Made a ton of silly positional mistakes more than anything, but I think to my defense though, those mistakes are kind of bound to happen. Obviously, like, it's my own fault that I jump in, but when you're that person that always has to be around, defending the gold field, defending the portal, at some point you're just gonna get caught out. First time, more unlucky, and the second time was just completely my own fault. So I don't know, getting our spirit rope, getting our ward, we're gonna go sovereignty next. So hopefully we should be a lot more tanky now with the Spirit Rope mitigation, and our comeback play right now is just kind of to chill. Like we just need to farm. We don't need to panic. In 5 minutes they're gonna want to go for like the next gold free. If not, they're gonna start pressuring FG if that's something they want to do. But if we can stall this game like 10 more minutes, we're gonna be really well off. We have a really good siege defense, but Dig definitely wants to try and force something because the Rama is so far ahead of EmilZy 2 build wise. You guys can see as a full equivalent on the ammo. So they're definitely gonna look for something around the Ram, and he's looking to rotate over, but actually rotates back now. That's because they think, okay, maybe this is not the right time. TP's not up on Baron. So they're just chilling. We also have all our relics up. That's actually pretty weird that this is not swap ground, but this is swap ground. I sent you out FD. Just really want to keep wards around FD. Try and get some unorthodox wards in if you can. This is really the downside to health chalice is with the warding that you can only get one ward. I'm looking here. I'm just looking for a pick. You can see we're grouping up right now. We're trying to bring the game to them. We're gonna try and dive the Baron, but they realize what we're doing and they're gonna respond immediately to a 5-man grouping. Maniac's gonna get the beats here. He's gonna need some help probably though. He's gonna need to hold on out there. Maniac gets really greedy with his ult in my opinion. It takes a lot more damage than he needed to. And this is gonna end up with them like counter pushing. I have to use my sprint as well, so I think we actually just ult straight away. Would have been a lot better for us. And they can really start pushing this tower and start pressing FD now. So it's gonna get a bit awkward. You can see they're falling back to FD. They're de-warded and they started up. You hear Morgan in this, and I'm trying to hammer her. I actually barely missed her right there. That's really unfortunate. Used the 2 on myself. More than anything, that's just to heal up. Make sure they reset FD right here. Amstras is taking quite a bit of poke from gold, but it doesn't really matter. Look at Morgan right there. Again, just try and hit that one with a hammer. If I hit one of those hammers, like it's pretty much a one fight. So I might as well go for him rather than not. Kenneth gets caught out of guard right here. He's looking for a flank, but they are able to find him, and he's literally just gonna get caught here. Barely manages to get out, it seems, though. But we had to use a lot for that. We used our shell, we used the... To be fair, I used 2 ult for now. Emerald's getting caught. Maniac's gonna be dead right there. What they really managed to do right there is they managed to spread us out really well, which gets us in trouble. I might actually die here as well. I barely managed to get out right now. Shout out to Spirit Rope. But now I'm just dead, actually. Variety is gonna kill me over the wall. So, the fact that Kenneth tried to flank right there just means that... oh, Morgan goes in on Yaman, and Yaman should maybe be dead to Ravana. Never mind. Oh, Ravana. Oh, Morgan might die here. That's unfortunate. Never mind. Morgan's gonna get out. They're gonna get the fight in. What I'm trying to say is because Kenneth got caught, we got really spread out. We had to use a cooldown, so they managed to split us up, which is what they really want to do. And goes out. It turns out to be pretty successful for them. I'm actually gonna. I should probably get Empress armor here, if anything. See how much gold I have in hand. I have. Yeah, I'm gonna get Empress armor because they got Fire Giant. They want to start sieging the towers. We don't want them to get Phoenix's. Empress armor is the best anti-siege item in the game. So it's really gonna help us out. And I'm not gonna be able to get my sovereignty and then get my Empress armor. So I think it's just a sacrifice we have to play with no sovereignty for a little while at least. So right here we just want to play passive. We just want to defend the Phoenixes. So you're gonna see Dignitas are gonna start grouping up. And now what Dignitas should do, that's pretty interesting, we want to talk about, is they don't want to take a 5-man fight. Morgan is pretty bad at sieging. So what Dig wants to do is they want to spread us out and try and look for picks. So what you should do in this scenario is you should assign one person to each split push, right? So you have Ravana has the potential to split push, and Morgan is definitely going to split push. So who can defend Phoenixes against Morgan? Who can defend Phoenixes against Ravana? You assign one person to that guy and try and defend Phoenixes. They're going to go for Pyromancer right here. They're all going to back. They're probably going to want to push. What we do right here is we see them on our wards that they're going to Pyromancer, so realize that you always kind of want to push the right Phoenix first, because it's the Phoenix the longest away from FD, and then someone eventually has to defend from fire waves if you get the Phoenix, and you can get FD for free. So we just push up the wave, which really delays that push, which means they won't have a lot of time right here. I'm just kind of waiting in base. I think I'm going to upgrade my sprint. I'd assume, yeah, so I upgrade my sprint firmly to just to make sure I can get that bit more of damage off. So they're getting Magi's Blessing. It's kind of annoying, but it's how it is, you know. So right here you can see we back out, everyone's getting ready. I think we can send Adapting to defend against the Morrigan. So objective right here is just to hold the Phoenix. We realize they only have like 1 minute left or something on the Fire Giant. Let's actually see how long they have left on FD. Can you not see that? Oh, well. You see, I'm just posturing up right here, trying to make sure that Rama can't really walk in. My job right here is to push out. You see, Morgan actually ults. We get the Baron 7 beats. Maniac's able to go on out of there. So now Maniac got poked out. I'm the second front line. Now it's my job to make sure they can't get the Phoenix. I'm just gonna ult right here. Baron's gonna ult me, but I'm just gonna jump on out of there. And that I think gets a kill on Cyrus, which means we can actually play super aggressive right here. Pop my upgraded spin. They're gonna be in trouble in duel right now. We kill Variety. Yeah, we can chase right here because that thing did get that solo kill. I feel like I'm gonna be in a bit in trouble from the Rama snipe, but it's not actually on me. We go for the Rama kill right here, and yeah, we get 4 kills. So that's just a good Phoenix siege or defense. Like Morgan kind of fucked up against mid. We managed to like spread the damage out really well between the 2 tanks, which was definitely well played by us. But the thing that sucks right now is that we can't really do Fire Giant before they respawn. We can't really like, we can probably get a tower or 2 off it, and we just need more successful defenses like this and we'll be fine. So what we're discussing right now as a team is we're 13k gold behind. They're getting full build. We're not full build. We just defended from 15k gold behind. Like, we can do that again. Like, they're getting full build. They can't really invest their gold into anything but 500 pots now because they're all full gold or full build. We'll start getting full build slowly. We still need 2 items from Yaman, still need 2 items from me, 2 items on EmilZy, an item on Maniac and Adapting. So realize, let's just farm. Let's just try and chill. Adapting is actually going for a solo kill on Morgan right here, but Morgan's gonna go safe way out of base. She's not gonna go to the speed buff. She's gonna be A-okay. So we decide here as a group, it's not a good idea to defend Fire Giant, to have a Morgan. That's playing into Morgan's advantage, which is like them jungle fights where she wants to flank stealth, like stealth and flank. So we just decide to give up FD, and as you can see, when we're giving up FD right here, we're just looking for farm around the map on our jungle side, because we know they're going to be around FD. So we're going to go ahead and try and grab the red buff. They're actually going to back right here after FD. They want to push up right again. So let's just fast forward until the Phoenix push actually happens. So again, our job here is to just make sure we got right people defending the right lanes. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my what's gonna be probably a hard water amulet, I'd assume. Tier 2 right here. I'm getting more tanky. I'm gonna ward super deep right here, just more than anything. That's a Morgan ward, just to see if Morgan's gonna ward. They're gonna de-ward that, so they're doing a 4-1 right here again. So what we want to do, like the last fight, is we want to split out the damage between Maniac and I, just try and make sure Rama can't really hit the Phoenix, since she's the only Phoenix damage. So Amy's probably gonna engage right here. I'm gonna get her Magi's. It's pretty huge. Means she can get pulled or something. Maniac is actually, like, Maniac should look for Blink Pulse on Rama right here to try and pulse his bleeds, although that thing gets in trouble mid and he's barely gonna get out right here. You see we have Shell for that thing. We're just gonna use that to make sure he's not gonna die. We get the Morgan ult for it. This means that Morgan's gonna have a hard time pushing now, honestly, against Adapting. Adapting's gonna be just fine if we're trading ults in that scenario. We did use the Shell, they used the Ram ult. The Ram has no beats, no ult right now, so we definitely want to look for his beats and look for fight. You can see how everyone's slowly getting farmed. Yaman got his Soul Reaver. We're getting our items online. And we're just holding right here. Like, they can't really break our base with the comp they have. They can't really poke us out because they don't have a mage that does that besides Baron, but he's not really doing that much damage because he's building tanky. And yeah, now Ravana's in mid, and we say, okay, well, Yaman can actually defend against Ravana. That's probably the way to go. So we send Yaman mid, but they're gonna try and go for another push right here. But again, they're still in the 45 scenario. Morgan is not around. She had to go back, like, not back, but like go on do red buff, I assume, try and heal up a bit. So it's just more coasting under this Phoenix right here. You can see how I'm constantly looking for Magi's. We're getting a good poke off with Radiant, and right here, this is when it gets scary. When the waves get here, that's when you can see if they're gonna start pushing and see Amaterasu and start pulling in. So my focus is just on the Rama here. I just want to make sure that Rama cannot hit the Phoenix. You see how I'm constantly trying to keep my vision on the Ram, and we're just gonna hold. Again, they have a really bad comp for like all inning because they don't have any follow-up of Amaterasu. Right here, you can just see stunning out the Ravana, constantly making sure Rama can't really hit the Phoenix. Get a really big Raging ult right there. Get a really good Raging ult as well. Get a huge fight right here. I'm just gonna eat the Baron ult. That's kind of what I do. And again, just really smack them up hard, it seems. Oh, we're still fighting. They get EmilZy, but we get the kill for it. We're gonna keep going on Ram right here. And this is actually a miscommunication by us. Right here it's called that watch out for Morgan, but Morgan is dead, so we're just gonna go ahead and back on out of there. Regardless, I think it's alright not to chase in this scenario. We hold, and we held. Like, that's the most important thing. We hold and we held. We held the Phoenix. We're getting our items online. Again, they can't engage, they can't follow up on Tricks tank. What they need for us is they need for us to take a fight in the jungle so they can chase us down, but they can't really chase all the way into the Phoenix, especially when you just keeping an eye on the Rama, make sure you can't do anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my Pestilence actually. Okay, that's fine, because they have a Baron, right, and Pest is definitely good. The bad thing about it is that Maniac got a Pestilence as well, so Hardwall definitely would have been better. So that's really bad communication between Maniac and I. I think they get gold, but we're gonna go ahead and grab the Pyromancer for it. Again, we're like, okay, boys, we still need a few items here. We need an item on Emilito still, and we need an item on Yaman and an item on me. So why are we gonna defend this? Like, we're just playing to their advantage and our disadvantage. We had 2 very successful Phoenix sieges defensive, so they're getting FD. We're just farming up. Let's fast forward to the next siege here. So they're sieging again. This time they're gonna try something different, if I remember correctly. So this is the 3rd FD siege right now. Right now we're in a way better spot. I'm gonna grab a 500 pot right here, just because I could afford it. And I'm gonna get my Mantle of Discord next. Here Morgan Invis, we just call that out. This time it looks like they want a 5-man push. I'll just send Ravana to mid. That thing is constantly paying attention in mid, just seeing where they are. Look at our wards right here. We're warding here, so they can't see who's going back and forward in here. With this ward, you really want the spot right here, so you ward it when you're on the siege. Really important to do that, just so they can't see who's going mid and who's going right. So they're trying to spread us out, but we're staying super disciplined right here. We know what our job is. The thing as well that's so rough for them is if they poke out one of the tanks, the other tank will just get in there, and Maniac and I really keep us to survive. I'll take a lot of poke right there. Kind of on call forward, trying to get them at that. Amaterasu gets pulled in right here. She has the ult. We trade Maniac's ult for it, but again, it's just Amy getting poked out. This is kind of scary now because Maniac doesn't have ult, so he might actually be able to get blown up. I'm going to keep getting poked. I'll just jump out right there. Don't want to get hit by that. Morgan invises towards mid. You see Ragin is also paying attention towards mid now, because realize if Ravana is mid, that means Morgan definitely wants to look for something in mid. And Yaman pays attention. We got a really good stun there on Rama. Again, just making sure he can't hit the Phoenix. You can see the Phoenix is here, she's not taking any damage. So Dick is getting kind of desperate right here for like, what are we actually going to do in this scenario? Like, what can we do here to actually siege? So Ravana goes back to mid, adapting, got that. We see Morgan. We need to call out Morgan's position all the time, right? So looks like they definitely want to go again now. You can see they're pushing up. The minion wave is going to come in. They're going to try and go with that. Again, now I see right here is going to be on the Ram. Try and make sure he can't do anything. I missed my hammer. I'm just looking at Ram right here, just making sure he can't do anything. Morgan has the Aegis. We call out that Morgan Aegis. Meanwhile, right here, Maniac should definitely back. So he gets his health back, because they won't just insta-push right now. Oh, well, they shouldn't at least. So they actually are going to do that, which I think is a mistake. Stun out the Rama. Rama barely misses the one there. And we held again. Like, I'm going to jump in right here, get the stun on Amaterasu. She's going to be one hit right here. I'm just keeping an eye on Ravana constantly. He's going to be fine. We go ham right here. Pop my upgraded sprint. You see it from my pop. We're really going in right here. Looking for the 2, looking for the 3 on the wall. Sadly, we miss out where the Ravana went. If we get the kill on him, that definitely would have been a lot better. Alright, this right here is where I think Morrigan is alive, because Yaman says, like, watch out for Morrigan. So I'm just using my fire right there to try and watch out, because I didn't realize Morrigan was dead. So that's what happened. Could have been better, but again, we held. And now you can see we're really going to start to get our items online. I think EmilZy actually goes sovereignty this game, because the only thing EmilZy is scared of is the physical damage they can do to him. So if he's just going to die to a Ravana, which he will do if he doesn't have any defense, then he won't do anything anyway. So you're going to go sovereignty. I definitely think it's a good pickup. It helps Yaman as well. Then you're going to be fighting the Ravana and the Amaterasu and the Rama snipes. So it's going to help him a bunch. He's still going to do his damage. I think it's a pretty good pickup by him. We gotta remember as well, like, you have the Fafnir too for the attack speed and that stuff, so he won't really be lagging too much. This time around we're actually posturing up around FD right here. I think again we just grabbed the Paul Demon. We just realized, well, that right now, let's just grab the Paul Demon and let's just get out of here, right? Because again, we just defended the Phoenix 3 times in a row. This is the 4th time. Why wouldn't we try and defend one more time? So Now this time Dignitas is really gonna swap it up. They're gonna do a 1-1-3 split. So Morgan's gonna push left, Ravana's gonna go mid, and we're gonna right. The important thing right here is that we as a team talk about, okay, what are we gonna do about it? Who can defend against who? And you can see we already positioning for the push that's gonna come right here. We have a plan. We realize that in the right lane that can't really get the Phoenix. If we can just hold the mid and left Phoenix, we'll be just fine right here. So you can just see we're just holding our positions, getting sentry wards up. We should definitely have a sentry ward right here as well. When the map are turned around, rip Arena. That's also a spectator bug. Just kind of looking where they are. Also, it's really important you get the fire giant timers in a scenario like this, which we kept doing this whole game. So I got my Medal of Discord. EmilZy got a 70. You see, everyone is finally totally full build on us. We're definitely more than ever ready to take this fight. Sure, they might have a few 3k pots, but we're full build now. We got our 500 pots, and this fight is going to be way more even than any other fights. Like, we'll be able to hit them way harder. I get the matches right here. Definitely worthwhile of a trade out. Just going to jump out. I'm full health again. Heal up with that too. So you can see they're doing the split right now. We're just constantly trying to keep aware of where they are. So I think this has been excellent Phoenix siege, like exemplary Phoenix siege defense right here by us. With that said, they have a pretty weak Phoenix siege comp. So poke out their Amaterasu quite a bit. You can see there's no way that these guys are going to break our base in right. At least, if anything, we're worried about the Ravana and Morrigan, if they have soul potential onto Yaman and adapting. I think both are going to be just fine in the 1v1 matchup. So you see Ram is going up again. I'm going to hit fairly miss the hammer there. We actually get a really good pull right there, and we get the beats. Barely gonna get out here, Maniac. So Maniac now needs to return to base, and because Rama has no beats, he definitely wants to look for the blink pole. I'm gonna run in right there. I'm just playing aggressively, right? Because when I create that space right there, like when Amaterasu ults in, that means that there's no follow-up on EmilZy, and he doesn't really have to worry about anything. I don't even think EmilZy used beats in that scenario. He didn't, so we get the blink pole and Ram's gonna be dead right here. So we're gonna chase him down right, pop the upgraded sprint. However, I think this is a mistake because they're definitely way too fast. What we want to do is we're gonna look for him left, or we're gonna look for him mid. Yaman and Emil, or Yaman and Adapting just split up their positions real fast, but they're just way too slippery, way too fast. But again, we held, like, this is 50 seconds of Arkil where he can't do anything. Right now we make a call, okay, well, we've defended the Phoenix successfully 4 times now, but this ain't gonna keep happening. Like, we can, like, at some time they are going to break the base. If we need to wipe them, and most likely won't get more than like 1 or 2 kills. And best case scenario, we're gonna get the towers. The next, if we defend one more time, we can get a Phoenix, and if we defend one more time, then we can probably end the game. So we think that they're probably gonna figure out some way to break us apart. You can see that we are getting a bit worried because Morrigan is actually getting the Phoenix pretty low here because she's just using a Polynomicon. So like, let's bring the fight to them. Let's group up, do something unexpected, try and see if we can pick one of them off guard. Because if we pick someone off guard right now, that means that we can get the next fire giant, and then suddenly we can start being the aggressors. So we do a 5-man grouping right here in the blue buff, but this just goes quite horribly wrong. So first thing right here is we only have 2 wards. This is like the first really big mistake, right? Like, we want to de-ward the spot you stand in just to make sure that they don't have a ward, and then you want to ward around you. So Rama actually is kind of walking in right here. You see Rama is just chilling. I don't know if he saw the ward right there. He might have seen the ward. Yeah, I think he sees the ward. So they ping us out, I guess. Did they actually know we're here? I don't think they do. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, look, they know we're setting up a trap right here. I think they expect us to stand down here. You can see that they're pinging it out. So Ravana comes in right here. Now what we should be looking for right here is a blink pull on the Ravana, a Fafnir ham on the Ravana. Maybe we even let the Ravana walk through because he's not going to spot us. But instead we're going to initiate the fight with a fucking Artemis 3, which is probably the most worst play we've done in a while. And then this just goes downhill from here because we're really grouped up right now. They have a really good flank position on us. All Amaterasu is going to hit everyone with hold. Baron is going to get a really good hold over the wall. See this from my perspective. Adapting actually gets a really good engage. Ravana barely gets out right here. I try and stun the Ram. I missed the initial stun. We get the speed. But now EmilZy is in trouble. Yam is in trouble. They're both gonna die. And we're just gonna get run down here. And pretty much can lose the game off it. So few things went wrong. We didn't have enough wards. Like, we literally only had 1 ward right there. And I try and back right here. Try and get back to base. So now my job is just to try and buy time. Maybe I can get a kill on the Ravana. Up top of my sprint right here, they get a really good route though, and I'm just pretty dead. So I'm just gonna run through the tower, like waste as much items as possible. But it doesn't really matter at this point, it's just kind of over anyway. So we had shit wards, you see, like really wasn't a reason to do that. Like if you don't have the wards to do it, they're gonna go ahead and grab game 1. So really good Phoenix Siege. I definitely think it's a good idea what we had to do right there, but we didn't have the necessary tools to do it, so we just kind of throw the game off that. So it's really unfortunate. So they're gonna go ahead and end the game. That was pretty much game 3. Really good, like 4 Phoenix Sieges right there from like 15k behind. We managed to defend every single time. Try and bring the surprise to them, but they actually realized that we were doing that. They didn't know exactly where we were, but they're still gonna be able to pull it off. Everyone gets a friendly recommendation. So yeah, post-game stats right here. Again, pause if you want them. And Arcalot 11 watts. And the items. So that's pretty much it for like game 3 or episode 3, game 1 against Dignitas. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell. Let me know what you think about this more fast forwarding, because I think it would be really boring if I just sat there for like 2 minutes while we're just sitting on their Phoenix. I think it's just more important to like move forward and explain the points about like what's going on during those sieges. So yeah, until next time everyone, peace out.
No, I'm letting